Hey guys, welcome back to the Blade Bloodhound. Tonight we're going to look at a knife that I do not know a lot about. I did some research, I looked on Google Lens, I've done all kinds of stuff, and I have not found this knife. But we're going to look at it. Maybe some of y'all know something about it and can tell me. The story behind this one is, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago maybe. I was out loafing around, found a guy that had a bunch of knives, and I'd bought a handful of them from him. And anyway, we were talking, and he said, hey, I have a Winchester knife in my truck. And I said, really? I said, okay, well, you want to sell it? He said, sure. So he went and got it, pulled it out. The first thing I noticed was the sheath, which looked pretty good, and then the knife. So, like all of y'all, you've probably seen a lot of the newer Winchester knives. They're all, made in China. They're, I don't know. I don't want to say they're not well made, but they're not knives that I would pick up. So anyway, I saw this one. It looked like it was in pretty decent shape. Had a wood handle, had a cool blade shape. The steel, it was not marked. Usually if they're China made, they will say China somewhere on there. I mean, they put it on there. But this one has no markings other than Winchester, so I don't know. I'm thinking, or I'm hoping, it's a USA made. It's made well, it's a cool blade shape, but let's take it over to the table and we're gonna look at it, see what y'all think about it. If y'all have any, know anything about this knife, let me know about it, and we'll talk about it too. And you can tell me, hey, I had one back in blah, 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 or whatever you want to say. And also, I forgot to mention earlier, I got my new hats in. Went ahead and had some hats made. I'm still slack on the stickers, hadn't had those made yet, but I did have some hats made because I like to wear hats, especially in the summer, and I wanted to kind of advertise the channel a little bit. Maybe if, I'm out and about, somebody will see it, they'll ask me a question, say something like, what's that hat mean? And I can, maybe point them towards the channel. So, I don't know, I haven't decided yet as far as, I've had some people reach out to me, say something about, oh, you should sell some, but, if I do that, I wouldn't want to, be selling it for anything other than cost. I'm not going to try to make money on this. This is mainly advertising. I mainly bought them for me and some family members, but who knows? Maybe I'll sell some. We'll see. If I do, I'll place an order. I'll let everybody know, and if you're interested, you can let me know. But let's go to the table. We're going to take a look at this knife and see what y'all think about it. All right, guys, we are back, and we're going to look at this knife and hopefully figure something out. So like I was telling y'all earlier, this guy just had it. He knew nothing about it. He had a bunch of knives. I had bought a Browning from him. I think I bought one of the Buck Swiss Army knives. Just bought a couple of things here and there. He was selling some knives, and when he had this one out there, I said, well, let me look at that, I didn't know what he wanted on it. He didn't want a lot. So, I mean, either way, it was a decent price. It was like $10, I think is what I gave him, or what he asked for it. Usually with these guys, they'll throw a price out there, and if it's, a good price and it's a cool looking knife, I'll pick it up. So I figured $10, I couldn't go too bad, If nothing else, I could throw it in a truck or something, or I don't know, we'll put it somewhere. Anyway, what I thought was cool about this knife was it had the wood handle. So I like that part of it. So let's go down here. It's got some scratches on it for sure. I think this is wood. Now y'all got me rethinking myself, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know now. I was saying wood, but now, let's see. I don't know, I think I'm still going with wood. It doesn't have that composite feel. It feels like some type of wood. But then again, like I told y'all, I don't know anything about this knife other than I picked it up. But what I thought was kind of interesting is on a lot of the Westerns that not Westerns, I said it again, all the Winchesters that you see, a lot of times you'll see Winchester knives, and the China-made ones, you know, are all, you know, they're printed on here, and then they'll say something about China here, or maybe it says China on the back. But this one had no markings. The steel, I mean, it feels like a great steel. I mean, it sharpens up like a razor. I just barely hit it on a ceramic stone and or ceramic rod, and I mean, it, you know, sharpened up good. But when I looked at the main blade here, this here is actually etched in. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's like stamped, sort of. So it's a stamped blade. So, I mean, it's not coming off. It's not like a, you know, the cheaper ones where they have it printed on there. Now, as far as it being older, I don't think so, just because of that little registered trademark. But I don't know. I mean, y'all tell me. It has a cool grind here, too. See how it goes way up here? Kind of like a little Scandi grind in a way. But very, very, very sharp. Cool knife. It's a good size. So, you know, if you look at a lot of the Winchester ones that are the real cheap ones, I guess you should say, you know, they come in a nylon sheath, but this one came in a leather sheath, and it's pretty well made. I mean, it's a thick leather sheath. I mean, it's a good quality. The snap is, as you can tell, I mean, it's looks like an older sheath to me, but it's definitely not one of those sheaths that you see the Walmart Winchesters in that are nylon and say China all over them. And I'm not knocking China. I mean, I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all may like the China knives, and that's completely fine, but you know, I usually try not to buy them. I mean, I do have some. I have some Rose Crafts and things like that, but I just don't know about this one. I don't know where it was made. I don't know who made it. Like I was telling y'all, I did some searches earlier. It's a good size knife, but I like the way that blade is shaped. You can actually, if you see right here, you know, the sharpening don't start right here, but you can actually get your finger in there like this if you wanted to, kind of like if you were a hunter, and I guess if they, you know, were skinning an animal or something. But I just thought it was a neat knife. I mean, $10, I figured, what the heck. Pretty cool. If you know anything about this, let me know. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, if you, you know, you might say, hey, I've got one like that. Now, I do know that when I did a search on this, a lot of knives popped up that were this style, but they weren't Winchester ones, or they didn't have Winchester stamped on it. So I don't know who made it for Winchester, or if Winchester, you know, just came out with their own knife back in the day and sold it. But it's a cool knife. I mean, you know, $10, the leather's probably worth that, the sheath, but fits in it well. Let's just slide it in here without cutting myself. So when it goes in, it actually pushes in a little bit. Just that first pin goes all the way in it. Let's see here. Snaps up. Pretty cool. I liked it. I thought it was a neat knife, a good find, and one that I could add to my group of fixed blades. Well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you do, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Like I was telling y'all, I've been picking up a lot of knives lately. Actually, I'm going knife hunting this weekend with one of my buddies. That sounds kind of weird to say knife hunting, but that's kind of what we're doing. We're going to go and hit some flea markets. We're going to go to a couple of stores that have some knives. We're gonna, just goof off, do some guy things. So hopefully I'll even pick up more, but like I told y'all, we still got a lot in my collection to do. Mainly I've just been, if I grab one here and there, I'll just leave it out and do a video on it and then just take it upstairs later. But like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you know anything about this knife, definitely reach out to me, bladebloodhound@gmail.com. And hopefully we will see y'all soon. Y'all have a great night and a great weekend.